poke it?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
I'm seriously thinking about putting everything I got into it.
What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of Crypto Zombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a great day today. Now, Bitcoin, as I'm making this video, is currently trying to push higher even than we did back here on July 20th, where we did have that recent high at around 24,200. Well, Bitcoin is trying to push above that again right now. Now, very exciting times. I have a very busy day today, but I wanted to bring you this video early. Now, before we get too excited, you know how I feel about the weekends, right? We have that volatility because there is less trading volume, there's lower liquidity, so you do see these bigger moves. Should we actually believe what we're seeing right now? Well, I'm going to talk about that. We're going to go over some key levels if you are looking to trade this. I'm also going to show you two more indicators that potentially could be screaming that the Bitcoin bottom is in. These are things we've never shown before. And also having a look at the DXY. Remember we talked about this parabolic trend that was happening? Well, look, guys, are we finally breaking out of this trend, or is this all just a giant fake out and Monday everything's going to come crashing down? That's what we are going to talk about today, guys. So if that sounds good to you, today's video is actually going to be a little bit shorter than usual. I have a lot of stuff to go over today, but I had to bring you this video because, well, you can see it's getting potentially a little exciting around here. So if you're not subscribed, get subscribed, guys. And without further ado, let's dive in. Now you can see right here, we were consolidating right underneath this resistance level, and boom, we finally broke through that level, right? And actually, if you zoom in even closer, you could see that Bitcoin was actually, and I didn't actually catch this the other day, I wish I did, to let you guys know this, but it was forming a bit of a diamond pattern, right? And we know that diamond patterns can be either reversals, but since it was on the lower time frame, it was actually a continuation. Now, just to talk about the futures, what happened over the weekend, you could see the CME futures actually right here stopped. It got stopped out exactly at the bottom of our blue zone and pulled back a little bit. So that level is sitting at around 23,990. So there always is that potential chance that come Monday, if there is any type of gap on this chart, we may come down to try to reclose that. But since we did have this wick right here, it could only be to 24,560, which might be around where we may end this weekend anyway. Or who knows, it could get a lot higher. But remember, we were talking about these two spider lines and how they were intersecting right here. And although the BLX chart is a day behind, you can actually see that yesterday we did in fact test this. So if we have a daily close above this, then that would mean that we finally got above not only the downward sloping trend line, but also we'd be flipping this previous support, well, back into support, essentially, because it turned into resistance, we'd be flipping it back into support. So this would be absolutely amazing. And as I said, guys, if we break through that level, you know, having a look right here, the next level that we could go to is essentially, let me find it right here. Sorry guys, give me a minute. Yeah, the next level that we could go to is up in this blue zone. So if we have this confirmed breakout, you know, leading into Monday, 25,815 is the lower level, and the higher level is 26,621, which at that point, I do think we would then have another, you know, pullback. So if we get up to around 26,621, if you guys are in a trade, not financial advice, you know, I'm currently in a slightly smaller trade than I would have liked to have been in, but that would be the ultimate target. I would close out at 26,620 because that was this crazy, you know, capitulation wick that we had down here. I'm obviously on the lower time frame. So if I switch it back to the daily, you can actually see right here, that is exactly where we had that wick close, right at that box, right? And also, if you want to know why, if we go back a little bit farther, I don't know what is going on right here. If we go back a little bit farther, you could see that that was also some consolidation back here in 2020. So very, very exciting times, guys. Other things I need to talk about is we could potentially be actually having that monthly close above the 50 moving average on the monthly. You can see right here. And not only that, there's a potential chance that we may get inside of the monthly EMA ribbon again, which is actually even better than what we wanted. We only just wanted to get up to around 21,600. If we close this month around 24,527, which is pretty much right where we are at the time of making this video, we will end up back inside of this band. And, you know, once we get back inside this, you know what happens. We usually tend to continue, in that way. And also, don't forget, we have the 200 weekly sitting at 22,799. So we would actually be above all of those major moving averages, which would be incredible. And at the same time, we were talking about the dollar potentially, hitting some resistance in this very, very historical level of resistance. And it looks like we could potentially be falling out of this parabolic trend. In fact, you can see that right here, we wicked up to it and we got rejected this time from the bottom of this box. So it may be time for the dollar to actually start rolling over, which would be absolutely huge for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And I just wanted to show you guys, if we exclude Bitcoin and Ethereum, so we get rid of Bitcoin and Ethereum, we take them out of the charts totally. Look at this right here, guys. We actually literally have pretty much a rounded type of bottom. Now, of course, we could, put in some kind of a double bottom pattern for the overall crypto markets, right? So these are all coins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So this is a very good indicator of what the broader crypto markets are doing. But you can see right here, we are in fact looking to have that bottoming out pattern. Now, something I want to mention that we've never spoken about is the long-term holders capitulation. Now, this is from Glassnode, and they say with Bitcoin falling below 20,000 in mid-June, the so-called long-term holders capitulation has in fact been reached, which means that the price of Bitcoin has fallen below long-term holders costs. And you can see that generally when we, get that flash of green, it usually does signal that we are in the bottom. Now, it doesn't mean that we can't go, maybe lower. It doesn't mean we can't go sideways. It just means that we are in the bottom of the range and potentially the bottom has been put in. Like you can see back here, you can see we just entered the green right now. So usually, it takes a few months, 3, 4, 5, 6 months occasionally, but it could mean that by the end of this year, we could be on our way to a full Bitcoin recovery. Now, also, according to on-chain analyst Will Clemente, this was in a new installment of the Blockchain Intelligence newsletter. He was discussing stablecoins and how there's a lot of dry powder ready to be deployed into the crypto market, which could be looked at as a historical bottom. So you can see right here, according to this chart, that when the market cap of the two stablecoins is low compared to the overall market, it indicates that the macro top could be near, since basically that means that there are limited buyers, right? But you can see right here, he says conversely, whenever the ratio reaches the top of the channel, it indicates that there is a large amount of dry powder on the sideline relative to crypto's aggregated market cap. As the market rallies, there is a stronger likelihood of market participants becoming induced to chase, to FOMO in. The more dry powder, the more dry kindle there is for the spark to light the fire. And also, just to point this out, he said after posting this chart last month, he said we did reach the top of the channel, and as you can see right here, it has in fact started to roll over. So this could be, those market participants deploying the capital back in, right? Waiting for those prices. This could have been what they were waiting for. So just wanted to bring that up. And I had to actually end on this right now. I retweeted this over on my Twitter. Make sure you guys follow me if you're not, because sometimes I don't make videos. If I don't make videos, I'm on Twitter. I'm retweeting. I'm posting things. We're, showing charts and things like that, getting breaking news, right? So documenting Bitcoin, he actually, he or she, I don't really know who runs this account, but they pointed out that Bitcoin has the potential to become worth over $10 million a coin. So basically, this is what they did. If Bitcoin could capture, and this is a little bit far-fetched, it's, I'm not saying it couldn't happen. 40% of gold, sure, that's possible. Some of these other ones, I don't know. But basically 10% of cars and collectibles, 20% fine art, 20% real estate, 20% of the stock market, 90% of negative yielding bonds, and 50% of low yielding bonds. If you come down here and you add up these trillions, you get 206.9 trillion, which if you divide by actually today's price, it's around $10.8 million per coin. So will that happen? I'm not too sure. I still think Bitcoin could hit $1 million in my lifetime, in most of our lifetimes. 10 million? Maybe, possibly, but if the only thing I will say is if Bitcoin does get to 10 million, you have to really think about how bad the current system probably is at that point, and what would you even be able to buy with $1 million at that point? Think about how bad that could get. But nevertheless, that is how Bitcoin could get to that. And by the way, guys, if you have not checked out my BitGet tutorial yet, it is, in my humble opinion, the absolute best tutorial on the internet. It is 43 minutes long. I go over everything beginning to expert. If you want to know how to trade all 3 different styles of trading strategies, check that out right now, guys. And remember, there is a $6,888 bonus exclusively for Crypto Zombie subscribers if you want to get involved in that right now. And I do love how they have everything broken down. I don't know if I didn't put this in my video actually, but But they have GameFi, DeFi, NFTs, Web3, Grayscale, and it's really cool. You know, you can go inside the ecosystems if you're doing spot trading. Really, really convenient if you are a beginner in the space. So that is it for me. Thank you for coming back to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to share it, slap a like. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon. And so did I actually make a short video for once? Wow, pretty crazy, guys. It's like finally a video that's like under 15, 20 minutes, right? You guys rock. My name is K-Dub. This is Crypto Zombie. Make sure you check this video out, popping up right here, right now. Take your finger, check it out, hit it. Until next time, stay crypto. And of course, my friends, peace out.